Hey, good morning. Good morning. Eddie Simon here, and just want to shoot my second, review. I'm going to call this my 60-day review. I signed on with Casflow Tactics on, sorry, background. I got 5 kids and, computers and everything. So I just wanted to do this because I know I'm a little bit overdue. But want to be able to give people a review as they're kind of thinking about joining and being a part. And I just thought it'd be pretty cool to give you my perspective. It's a very basic perspective. I don't expect anything super technical or crazy, but I'm just gonna give it to you. I'm just an average guy who's been in the game for about 60 months. You may have heard my first review, but my wife and I, we've been going after different entrepreneur ventures. And a couple years ago, we've kind of dibbled and dabbled in real estate investing. So we've kind of made the decision that that's where we really want to focus in and kind of dive in. That's going to be our one thing. So when we came across Casflow Tactics, we saw the information. We kind of did the 2-hour webinar, and we dived right in. And so far, it's been one of the best decisions that we've made. So just want to give you guys a fairly just straight, honest 60-day review. So if you haven't seen my first review, please go. It's Casflow Tactics. Is it a scam? And you can kind of see the information I'll post there. But this is going to be based off of my 60 days in. I've been in since roughly mid-November, and now we're in about mid-January. So if my math is right, that's about 60 days, roughly 2 months, right? So today I want to hit on 3 areas. It's going to be real quick. I want to hit on the education again, which is huge. I got notes as I'm looking at. I want to talk about the follow-up, and I want to talk about the vault, or I don't even know if you're a part of it, not a part of it. You might not even know what that means, but join and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. or just listen to the webinar. It'll be posted under the video, and join the webinar and you'll understand what the vault is. But powerful tool. Anyway, all right, so education. Again, like I said in the first video, absolutely amazing. But what I want to talk about is after you get the just a plethora, the library full of education by the founders, Ryan, Brad, and Jimmy. And I'm sure they have others that back them. They have a phenomenal team that back them to help them do what they do. But they're kind of like the face. So, once you get all that education that they already front load you in the academy, you're still going to get weekly ongoing education. I mean, that's just, it blows my mind. You're joining a community. I just think it's so important people understand that you're joining a community, you're joining a family. This is not, you're just not getting something and you just never hear from them again. You never know what's going on. Like, it's going to really be up to you if you want to continue to stay apart. And I tell you, it's so cool because I'm here based in Virginia. These guys are out Midwest somewhere, but I don't feel that. I feel like I can get to them if I need to. Maybe that's because the community is small now, and those are about like 200 plus people. But even with that, I've been a part of other communities where it still gets challenging at that point. But these guys have done a really phenomenal job keeping the education fresh, keeping it top of mind, providing weekly webinars for those a part of the academy for us to jump in and continue to learn, continue to refresh. Because we know what happens, right? You get excited about something, you jump in, you dive in, and then guess what? A month later, a couple weeks later, something else happens in life. You lose the fire, you lose the vision, you lose your goals, you lose your passion. And it's so cool to get that email, just get that information that says, hey, jump into the webinar. You can jump into the kind of the academy education that's live with Ryan or different ones. But you can also jump into the webinar that they do for prospecting people, for prospects who are looking into possibly doing it. So that way you kind of get that fresh education again of just, the reason why you even chose to jump in, well, I guess I'm speaking from my perspective that I'm in it. So for those who may be watching that's not in it, you just kind of look for information. I just want to assure you that being a part of this community, you're going to have ongoing education where you can ask questions. It's not a video that's posted and you get to watch it. No, it's live, someone teaching you live, and you get this information. So it's pretty cool, pretty amazing. Second part I want to talk about education is the evolvement of the education. So don't want to give away too much, right? Because obviously you got to be a part. I don't want to just kind of throw stuff out there. But what I will say is that the primary education is obviously about financial freedom in 10 years or less, real estate investing, so on and so forth. But then these guys are innovative. They're constantly teaching how to get there, right? It's not just about achieving a goal and you kind of essentially ruin your life trying to get there. You have a miserable life trying to get to this goal. And when you get to the goal, it's like, all right, you've pretty much screwed over everybody that you loved. You've lost your kids and, just all type of crazy. I mean, we hear stories like this. People reach their goals, they become millionaires, but as they look back, they've pretty much destroyed everyone along the way. I love the fact that that's not the heart here. That's not the goal here. But it's truly reaching financial freedom, really reaching your goals that you desire, but yet enjoying your life now. Hence the catchphrase, rise up and live free. Rising up, that can mean so many things to different people. But anyway, I don't want to get into a long thing here, soapbox. But the point is, the education is evolving. They're adding new stuff on there that not just benefits you financially, or educate you financially, educate you for your marriage, all right, for your relationship with your children, for how to go to work and continue to be passionate at your job and excel at your job and be amazing at your job with the goal of being financial free. There's so many people that want to hit these different goals and start to look at their jobs as just this evil thing, and that just not the goal, right? Because freedom is a holistic thing, right? It's mentally, my kids, sorry man, this is like I said, this is very raw. I'm just giving it to you guys, so if you hear background with the kids, it's all right. I have 5 kiddos, but anyway, it's financial freedom. It's so powerful. It's mental, it's emotional, it's social, so it comes in all aspects. So I just love the fact, again, that the education that they're providing is holistic. It's evolving, and they're always adding to it. And you have, my understanding, you have lifetime access to this stuff. So you pay a one-time fee of $500, and it's like you're in the game. You just have all this stuff. So anyway, moving on. The follow-up. I spoke about my first video about the one-on-one that they give you, the game plan session. Again, hands down, absolutely amazing. It doesn't matter who you have it with. I've had it with Ryan. I know Bradley does it as well. Either way, it's absolutely phenomenal. They go one-on-one with you. They look at your financial situation, and they give you a game plan on how to get to where you want to get to. And they actually show it to you year over year. So pretty cool. I spoke about that already in another video. What I want to talk about is that it doesn't end there. There's actual follow-up, right? If you have questions on your game plan, you can reach out to these guys. You can message these guys. That's just huge for me because, again, it's not something you're just being sold, something you're being given, and then you never see them again. You can challenge them on the information. You can ask questions on the information. You can go do your own research outside of them and then come back and say, hey, this is what I found, or hey, this is this other person that's saying this. What do you think about it? And it will give you honest feedback. I'm telling you things that I have done, right? I do research. I look around. I'm very ambitious. I have 5 children. The decisions I make has to be extremely calculated because I have 5 lives depending on me to leave them a strong legacy, whether that's financial, whether that's knowledge, information, right? Everything I learn, I hope to teach my children so they can excel me, they can pass me. So it's very important what I choose to focus my energy on. And so I've done my vetting, I've done some research, I've looked around, and I'm telling you, these guys are pretty legit. And the information is pretty amazing. So that was exciting to me. And again, the follow-up, I can challenge it. I can ask questions. I can reach out to them and kind of pick their brain outside of the presentation videos, right? Because on the videos, you get the information. I'm sure they have a certain timeline they have to meet. You may not get everything you want to within the videos, but hey, you can go back and ask questions. Find these guys on Facebook. Send them an email. So I think that's huge. Again, it gives you that personal touch. It gives you that these guys are humans and not far out there just trying to sell me something. It's pretty legit. And again, you get all that for what, $500? I mean, I haven't been on the live webinar in a while, so I don't know if that's still the price. But either way, it's just, man, I'm telling you again, I said in the last video, I'll say it again, what you're getting, the value of what you're getting so supersedes what you're actually physically paying monetarily for this information. So can't say that enough. All right, last thing is the vault. I'm not going to go deep into the whole vault thing. I'm only going to say that, as you can see, I got my shirt on, my Casflow Tactics shirt on, Empire Builder. Again, that term alone can mean so many things. Empire Builder. You're building empires. You're building up our beautiful country, helping to, rehab homes, and but you're building an empire for your family. You're building an empire for your children. I mean, there's so many different ways you can take that. But got my cool shirt on, got my paraphernalia. I have set up my vault. So that's huge for me. Again, I've been in 60 days. I'm not going to go into what a vault is. I'm not going to go into what it does and all different stuff. You get the education for yourself. But what I'll say is, I think I had a question from my first video. Someone asked, hey, you've been in it for a while now. You know, what are your thoughts? I think what they said was, excuse me if I misread your question, please. But it was something of the sorts of, you know, I feel like that you just pay to get in, but then there's kind of an upcharge essentially, or there's something else you pay for. I would just have to agree and disagree for that. There is no upcharge, right? Once you pay your $500 or whatever it is to get into the academy, you have all the information. You have the one-on-one. You have the consultation. You have the follow-up. You have the continuing education every single week. And that's it, right? You've paid $500 and you have all this at your disposal. Absolutely amazing. You can reach out to other people, right? Once you're a part of the family, you reach out to me and ask me questions, not just on my YouTube page. You reach out to other people who's been a part of it much longer than I have and message them and ask them questions, right? So you can do as much as you want before you pay another dime. And the great part about it is that, at least this is my 60-day review. There is no other dime I have not paid that is not invested in myself, right? So I'll say that to say the vault, it's my vault. It is my vault that I've set up. That is, I'm using this financial tool to put money into it to make decisions for my future. I haven't purchased a vault for somebody else. I haven't purchased a Casflow Tactics vault. I haven't purchased a Ryan or Jimmy or Bradley vault, right? This is not something I'm purchasing from them. This is and again, I'm speaking very vague. I'm just using the term vault because I know that's the term they use in the introduction education. I'm not going to get all into it, but again, this is my vault, where this is my financial vehicle that I'm using to make power moves, amazing decisions that will set me up for financial freedom in the future. Financial freedom meaning excessive amount of income for myself and for my children that would surpass me when I'm not even here, right? So not necessarily about, you know, leaving a job or staying at a job or different things like that. It's just about having a good amount of financial income coming in without me thinking about it, right? So, you know, whatever financial freedom means to you. But I just want to communicate that. Again, 60 days in, I've had my one-on-one. I've had my game plans. I've had continued conversation with these guys one-on-one. I'm here in Virginia. These guys are in, you know, St. Louis, Utah, and you know, wherever out Midwest. But I'm still able to contact them one-on-one. I'm still able to ask them questions. I'm still able to get the information, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's at the weekly education, or if it's via email. And now 60 days in, I have set up my vault. It will be funded by the end of this month. And we plan on having it fully funded by mid-year and making our first decision, or purchasing our first, well, not technically our first, but our first turnkey property through them by this summer. So very exciting, very excited about that. Very pumped about that. There's a clear schedule and defined step-by-step that we have set out, and it's because of the assistance that these guys have provided. So I'm about 13 minutes in. That's kind of really all I wanted to share. This is my 60-day Casflow Tactics review. Again, my name is Eddie Simon. Please feel free to ask me any questions. Hit the link below if you want to register for the webinar. It's every Thursday evening at about 9 p.m. Find me on Facebook, send me a message to ask me a question directly, post questions beneath the video, and I can try to respond to them with another video. But again, today I focused on the education. It's continual, it's weekly, and it's ever growing. There's amazing follow-up. You get a one-on-one and you can continue to ask these guys questions, as well as myself or anybody else in the family. I'm sure they'll be happy to answer questions. And the vault is not just some fantasy far off unicorn. It's not something that you buy from them or you set up and it's theirs. No, this is your financial tool that you will use to make amazing decisions for your future. So again, I'm a part of it. My wife's a part of it. And that, you know what? That's the last thing I'll say real quick, because I'm rambling now. But a lot of times I have done things, ventures, several ventures, and my wife hasn't been supportive, right? She'll say, okay, go ahead and do it, and if it works, cool. But it was always my thing, right? There's only been a few things that my wife has fully supported me on. The obvious one is like my job, right? I have a great job with a phenomenal company, and I do very well, and I have a great team I'm a part of. She supports me with that. She tells me to go hard. She congratulates me when I'm down. She picks me up and tells me I can do it. But one of the other things is this, Casflow Tactics. When I say she's on board with me, man, she's behind me, pushing me on. And she's not just behind me pushing me on, she's with me. She can't go to work with me and do my job for me, but she stands right next to me when I make decisions for Casflow Tactics and our financial freedom. And not for Casflow Tactics, that's the wrong term. When I make decisions based off of the information I'm getting from Casflow Tactics, let me put it that way. And that is encouraged. That is a clear sign for me that this is a great decision, is that my wife stands with me and we're doing this together. So that may mean nothing to you, but I just know, again, that's huge for me, being able to partner with my wife to make these type of decisions. So again, phenomenal. Make the leap, jump, take the jump, and hopefully this video was helpful at some way, shape, or form. All right, guys, God bless. Have a good one.